Okay, we got to talk about something that's not being talked about at all in golf instruction. And you've probably heard it talked about before when it comes to getting the proper grip and the proper alignment of your hands on the handle. And what we're talking about is the V's of your hands. And we're going to go a little bit deeper than most people go when it comes to the V's. And we're actually going to talk about how you have to activate, connect, and then have an awareness of what the V's are doing throughout the entire golf swing. See, this isn't just a set it and forget it kind of thing. Most coaches are just telling you, hey, get your V's pointing at the right shoulder, and then that's it. And then now let's take our feet, knees, and elbows and try to steer our car and wondering why we keep crashing our car. It's like 10 and 2, using our hands to steer the car around us and back to the ball. Yeah, that's just kind of lost in golf instruction right now. So hopefully watching these videos makes a little bit more sense of how important this is. This is like a public service announcement, I feel like, of, hey, you have to watch this if you want to understand how to maximize your hands and arm speed, have better face control. It's time you stop overlooking this. Stop thinking that your body is controlling the golf swing. From all the testing that we've done, the body's only responsible for about 10% of the actual action of how the club is moving throughout the entire golf swing. So we're focused more on the other 90%. So let's jump into it. Let me kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so first thing that we got to do is we just got to get the proper activation of these V's. Okay, and the activation comes from getting the proper pinch between your thumb and forefinger here. See, when we get this pinch, you can see how it kind of creates this little like muscle right here. That's what we're looking for. This pinch between thumb and forefinger, what this does is this really allows the handle to sit right in here in this little notch that we've created, which basically aligns our pads from index pad to pinky pad and just makes it easier for us to push against the handle. See, most people, when they're thinking about trying to create more speed or gripping the golf club, they just grab it. And when you grab it, you're using more of like your palm. So you start squeezing, and that puts tension all the way up into your shoulders and makes having any mobility in your hands and the club almost impossible. So get rid of your lobster claws. None of this kind of grabbing like this at the golf club. So there's a couple things we can do to improve this. Number one, we can take a coin between your thumb and forefinger. You're just going to take a coin and put it right in there. And the whole idea is that when you put that coin in there, try to keep it in there throughout the entire golf swing. So that's one option. Or what we've used a lot with our students is just a tee. If you don't have a coin around, more than likely you've got one of these around. And you're just trying to get the proper pinch between your thumb and your forefinger here. Okay, so if I take that tee there, I've got to apply enough pressure to keep that in there. Okay, and we're not down here too much to where the thumb is below the index finger, and we're not up here too much. We're right here, basically just underneath this kind of middle part of this finger, and then just putting it right in there. The whole key with all this is concentrating our pressures against the handle properly. Okay, a simple tip, but I just wanted to include this. The V's should be matching each other and pointing at the trail shoulder, and the handle is sitting right in these little notches right here with the lead and the trail hand. Okay, that's ensuring that when we push against the handle, we're going to get the proper dynamics of what the club should be doing. Extremely important. Now, let's just talk about just the lead hand only right now. Okay, we've got the proper pinch, we got our tee in here, and we're going to use this tee as a reference to understand how the club should be pivoting in the backswing. Okay, so got my tee here. Now, got my thumbprint placed on the top trail side of the grip. So I feel like I've got really good connection to the handle right now. My grip pressure, I mean, probably like a 2 or a 3 with my fingers, but I'm pushing against this handle with this notch right here and with my lead thumb. Like there's a lot of pressure right in here. But when it comes to like these 3 fingers and my palms, it's basically nothing. So from here, lead elbow is pointing at the target, pointing the club down, got the toe of the club just slightly off the ground. Now from here, I just really want to feel like I'm taking that tee and just pointing it up and back just underneath my trail shoulder. Okay, so you could see that would point right back there. And that's really what we're trying to achieve in the backswing. but look at the support right here. See, it's all right here still. Thumb still supporting all the weight of the golf club. I've got great control. Now from here, if I just snap it right back down, that's where the impact position is going to be. That's where the follow through is going to be. And then boom, now it points away from the target, up and back over my lead shoulder. Okay, so it's here, here, pointing that way, pointing just underneath my trail shoulder. Good support here with the lead thumb. Back down to where it was at the takeaway. Back down to where it was at the address position. The mirror image of where it was in the takeaway. And then the mirror image of where it was in the backswing. That's how the lead hand should be working in the swing. Now, we do the same thing with the trail hand. And when you're hitting balls with this tee, and you can actually combine them. This is a pretty good drill. Combining the two, I've never done this before. But you want to keep it in there, okay? Let's see if I can do this really quickly. Boom and boom. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Now, trail hand. Got my good connection of the coin in there. Got my tee. We're just going to do trail hand only. Again, pointing up and back at the trail shoulder. Now, that's where I'm going to be in the takeaway. Boom, up and back at the trail shoulder. Same spot I was in the takeaway, just slightly more forward with the handle. Snapping down right where I was at the address position. Mirror image of the takeaway. Mirror image of the backswing. And you can see, look, still got my connection. Still got this top trail side on the lead side of the grip. I know lead and trail gets a little complicated. And I got my good hook here. So got my good connection points. Now, I'm over the ball. That's what I'm controlling the entire golf swing with those pinches. Where do they need to go? Boom, boom, boom. Let the club head pass the handle. Don't worry, this is no flip. You're pushing against the handle enough to where it's going to be forward as that club snaps down, as those fingers are snapping down. Okay, and then now from there, boom, and then boom, up into the finish. So that's how we're controlling our entire golf swing with just these pinches. So get the activation of them, get them connected to the handle properly, and then from there, understand what they need to do in the golf swing to control the handle and club throughout your entire golf swing. This is why we got the fins on the claw ball, right? You get your pinch between thumb and forefinger. Now just take it and connect it right to the claw ball. Same thing here. Boom. So in theory, without even like curling your fingertips around the claw ball, you should be able to hold it just like this and then use it back and through. And again, the way that tee was just pivoting is exactly how the claw ball is going to be pivoting. Now, it's heavy, so curl your fingertips around it to give yourself some help. But here it is at the setup. Here's at the takeaway. Backswing, pre-impact, impact, basically right where it was at the address position. Mirror image of the takeaway, mirror image of the backswing. That's what the hands and the handle should be doing throughout the entire golf swing. That's why we put a blade on the claw ball. You should be using something like this all the time, whether it's a compact club or just a real club, at home to improve this connection and this relationship with your golf club. Okay, it's like therapy. Your relationship's bad right now because you got lobster claws, your face is too open, you're throwing it at the ball, you're trying to bow and do everything you can to save yourself and rotate, but it's not going to save you. What will save you is the claws and getting the proper pinch, proper concentration of that pinch against the handle, so the lead thumb's on the top trail side of the grip. Proper pinch, proper connection here, and then boom, there we go. Now we know where they need to go, back and through, and we're good to go. It's this hand to handle to face relationship. It's all the golf ball cares about, and it's all you should care about. Hope this helps. I'll see you in the next video.